Hey YouTube, this is PrimetimePokemon, and in this video, I'm going to be reviewing and then giving away this black and white theme deck, the green tornado theme deck that comes with Superior. Sorry the camera's not that good, but that's what it looks like up there. In order to win this theme deck, you need to do the following things. You need to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and favorite it, and then follow me on my blog. Once you do all those things, comment in the comment section of this video with your follower name saying something like I did all three things or enter me, that type of thing. And then I'll use a random number generator in a week or two to determine a winner. It's the same thing I've done with a lot of my giveaways. And I do these monthly giveaways every first of the month. So this is July 1st I'm doing this one. There'll be another one August 1st. There's always been one probably for the past 5 or 6 months. So before I get started, this is a green tornado theme deck. It's a grass and psychic type deck. I'll read the description on the back. It says, play the green tornado theme deck to blow away the opposition while sheltering your own Pokemon with Superior's Leaf Storm attack. Then, bring Sawsbuck into the action and overwhelm your opponent's Pokemon with its the greener the meaner nature power attack. And if your opponents can weather the storm with tough Pokemon, let them ride it out in peaceful slumbers with Musharna's Hypnotic Ray attack. With the green tornado theme deck, will you whirl your way to victory? And then there's a list of cards on the deck, and then here's the things that you'll get if you win the deck. So now I'll start reviewing it. I already did open this just to straighten out all the cards in the deck, so that way if you watch my Blue Assault deck from a while ago, all the cards are mixed up in there, so I just wanted to change them. So here's the damage counters, burn marker and poison marker, the playing mat, changes in the Pokemon TCG, the deck and the cards and deck case, the coin, that's what it looks like there. There you go. And then the Superior promo, not really a promo, but just a regular card with the different background. And then the promo card, and the code card, I'll be giving that away as well. So to get this review started, I'll just go through all the cards and try to relate it to the strategy that's on the back of the box, and at the end sort of give a summary of what I would do and what I think about this deck. So first off, we have a 4-3-2 line of Snivy, Servine, and Superior. I'll go through the Snivy cards first. So Snivy is a basic grass type Pokemon, 60 HP, which is pretty good for basic. 2 moves, Tackle and Vine Whip. So this is actually a quite decent starter. Can do 2 moves, can actually do a fair amount of damage, and can attack right away as soon as you attach an energy. There's 4 Snivies in the deck. There are 3 Servines, stage 1, 80 HP with a little low. Has 2 moves, Wrap and Tackle. The Wrap move takes only 1 colorless energy, so you can use the psychic energy on this card as well. It does 20 damage, plus it can paralyze the defending Pokemon. And then Tackle just does 30 damage, which isn't bad. If you have 2 energy cards already on it from Snivy and you evolve into Servine, you can do 30 damage instead of 20. And then 2 Superior cards. And with Superior, it talks about on the back of the deck, it's Leaf Storm attack, so take a look at that one. But it does do 40 damage for 2 energy cards, colorless, so you can basically do everything. And then Leaf Storm, 60 damage for 2 energy cards, which is really good. Usually it takes at least 3 energy cards. And heal 20 damage for each of your grass Pokemon. So this gives me a strategy already this soon. And as you can see, this has a free retreat cost. So you want other Pokemon in this deck with free retreat costs. That way you can put them in there, attack, get some damage, and retreat them out for free. And then you can put Superior in there and heal 20 damage from each of your grass Pokemon. Pretty good strategy right there. So there's 2 of those in the deck. Another grass type Pokemon we have is Pansage, just 2 of those. No evolutions of Pansage, so another basic Pokemon, 60 HP. I just stick with the 10 and do the scratch. Unless you were to add an additional card to evolve Pansage, I would stay away from Vine Whip. Too many energy cards for a basic Pokemon. Then we have what do we have? We have just 2 Petalils in the deck. A little lower HP, only 50 HP. And it does 10 damage plus 10 more damage if you get a heads, and you heal 10 damage from this Pokemon. So you can basically, even though this does have a little lower HP, you can use Leaf Storm on Superior, and then use Magical Leaf, and it'll make Petalil's HP seem a little higher. But here's a place I would probably take out Petalil and put in Pansage's Evolution. Maybe one of those, and maybe later on the deck I'll figure out another place for those to go. The last grass Pokemon in the deck are a 2-1 line of Deerling and Sawsbuck. Deerling, HP 60, so quite good. 2 moves, 10 damage, or it does 10 times the number of heads you get when you flip 2 coins, so I stay away from those moves usually, just because you could end up with not being able to do anything. And then Leech Seed, which is quite similar to Magical Leaf, heals 10 damage from this Pokemon and does 20 damage, so I'd try and use Leech Seed if I use Deerling. And then 1 Sawsbuck, which actually is a rare Pokemon card. Stage 1, 90 HP, so right around average. 2 moves. So this deck's great at healing. All the grass Pokemon can heal themselves. So Horn Leech, 60 damage for 3 energy cards, so quite average move, but it can do that 20 more damage healing. And then its first move, Nature Power, does 20 damage plus 10 more damage for each grass energy attached to both your and your opponent's Pokemon. So you'll really benefit by having a lot of grass Pokemon in your deck and attaching energies. So you'd want to play this card a little later in the game. Now we're switching over to the psychic Pokemon in the deck. We have a 2-1 line of Munna and Musharna. Munna, basic, psychic, 70 HP, so a little higher than normal. Then 2 moves. The first move just puts the defending Pokemon to sleep, and then the second move, Dream Eater, takes advantage of the defending Pokemon being asleep and does 60 damage if that defending Pokemon is asleep. So basically, you take 2 turns and it does 60 damage, which is quite good. This is actually a really good basic Pokemon. And then there's only 1 Musharna in the deck. 90 HP, stage 1, has Hypnotic Ray, so it makes the defending Pokemon asleep and it does damage. And then Dream Eater does 90 damage, so that's a great move. So you can maybe use Munna the first turn, put it asleep, and then if you draw Musharna from your deck, you can evolve Munna into Musharna and then do 90 damage, which is a great move. So I definitely stick with Munna and Musharna. I might even make it a 3-2 line after a while, see how things go. And then we have a 2-2 line of 2-2-1 line of Venipede, Whirlipede, and Scolipede. Venipede, higher HP again, 70 HP, can do 2 moves. First move is Ram, 10 damage, and then I'd stay away from this 3 colorless energy card, 30 damage move. But since you can evolve these Pokemon, it wouldn't be too bad adding additional energy cards. We have 2 Whirlipedes, 90 HP, stage 1, 2 moves. Little weak move rollout, only 50 damage for the 3 energy cards. But you can poison the defending Pokemon with Poison Sting, so I'd probably stick with Poison Sting if I were to use Whirlipede. And then there's 1 Scolipede, really high HP with 150 HP, stage 2. 2 moves. First it does the average standard damage for 3 energy cards, and then the second one is a great move if you have the time to do it. 4 energy cards, 80 damage plus poison. That was it for the Psychic and Grass Pokemon in the deck. Now we're going to move on to the Colorless Pokemon. We have 2 Patrats in the deck. 2 moves, Bite and Tackle. Bite down here, Tackle up here. Not a bad basic Pokemon. I wish it would have had a little higher HP. 2 of those. We have 2 Audinoes, and this completes the Pokemon in the deck. Audino's basic Pokemon, 80 HP, so quite high HP, and it only has 1 move, which does 30 damage times the number of heads you get when you flip 2 coins. So this is a somewhat of a risky Pokemon. I might even consider taking this card out just because you might not even be able to do anything. You could look out and get 60 damage. More than likely you're either going to get 0 or 30. Maybe just have 1 in the deck. I'd probably focus more on Pokemon that heal the rest of your Pokemon. So that ends the Pokemon in the deck. Now we're going to look at the trainers, supporters, etc. So we have 2 Energy Search cards in the deck. Just lets you search your deck for a basic energy card and put it into your hand. 2 of those. We have 2 potions in the deck, which actually is quite good, especially to go along with all the grass Pokemon that heals all the other Pokemon. Having this in there and free retreat cost on a lot of your grass Pokemon will make most of your grass Pokemon seem like they have a lot higher HP than they really do. Heals 30 damage from one of your Pokemon, and you can use as many potion cards as you want a turn. Energy retrieval, there's 2. Put 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. The only bad thing about energy search and energy retrieval are that you can't actually attach these energy cards to your Pokemon right away. You have to move them to your hand. So overall you only can attach 1 energy card per turn. But it still gets the necessary amount of energy into your hand, and you'll just be able to know that you can attach energy cards each turn. 2 of those. I believe there's 2 Pokeballs, and this just flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. I was talking about earlier, I stay away from these coin-based cards just because you have a chance of not being able to do it at all, so it's a waste of a card in the deck. But I guess if you're looking to evolve some of your Pokemon, or you're looking maybe to get a Pokemon that does some healing, like Superior, that type of thing, you may want to try and use this card. And then there's 2 Pokemon Communication trainers in there, and reveal a Pokemon in your hand and put it on top of your deck. If you do, search your deck for Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So I would actually, if you want these type of trainers in your deck, I would probably actually have 4 Pokemon Communication trainers in my deck and no Pokeball trainers. That way you can switch one out for the other. And let's say maybe you don't want Audino in your hand, maybe switch that out. It doesn't really matter too much if you show that Pokemon to your opponent. There's 2 Professor Junipers in the deck, and then 2 Revives. So Professor Juniper basically just lets you draw 7 new cards. You want to discard them. So maybe if you have a lot of trainers in your card, you can use in your hand, you can use all those at once. And then if you have maybe 1 or 2 cards in your hand, you can just discard those for you and get 7 new cards. So it's basically like getting 5 more cards in your hand with just by using 1 card. But you only can use 1 supporter card a turn. And the last item is 2 Revives. Put a basic Pokemon from your discard pile onto your bench. And this card, there's not really any too great basic Pokemon in this deck, but I guess if you're looking to, if you have maybe Superior in your hand, and Superior and a Servine in your hand, and don't have a Snivy, you could use Revive and maybe get a Snivy back from the discard pile and put it onto your bench, and then in 2 turns you'd have Superior. And then to end the deck, there are 10 Grass Energy cards and 8 Psychic Energies, and you can see them here. Before I just do a little review of it, people always ask me what the best way to get energy cards are. This would be the best way, I would say, to buy a theme deck with the energy types that you want. You should get, 8 or 10 energy cards of the type that you want, and then you can just put those in your deck. And building decks, I would suggest starting with a theme deck and then changing one by one. Play with that deck and then see what works and see what doesn't. And then after a while you should be able to substitute some cards in, take some cards out, maybe keep some cards in. Just change the deck a little bit at a time until it becomes really good. So overall, the Green Tornado theme deck, I actually like it quite a bit. I like it more than the Blue Assault theme deck just because those Grass Energy cards, Grass Energy Pokemon, can heal either themselves or other Pokemon, so you'd be able to last quite a while. And then both Munna and Musharna, if you put the defending Pokemon asleep, can do quite a bit of damage with a low amount of energy cards. And a lot of the moves on the Pokemon here are colorless moves, so you can attach either Psychic or Grass Energy cards. So I hope you enjoyed my review of the Green Tornado theme deck. Like I said, I'll be giving this away within the next week or 2. In order to win this deck, you need to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. You need to like and favorite this video, and then follow me on my blog. The link to my blog will be in the underbar below. And once you do those things, comment in the comment section of this video with your follower name from my blog, and you're automatically entered. You only can enter once, and in a week or 2, I'll use a random number generator to pick a winner. So good luck, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my review. Check out all the links in the underbar below, my Facebook, Twitter, and blog links, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.